heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, now mama, take me home. Country roads. Gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, now mama, take me home. Country roads. Gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads. I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me, and I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. The seven nation army couldn't hold me back. They couldn't rip it all. Taking their time up behind my back. I walk alone, I walk alone. Into the sun at night because I can't forget. Back and forth through my mind behind the cyclone. I'm in the house. Here it comes. Extra, extra, read all about it. The best burgers in town from all around. From around the world, come and get it. The ring goes around like a merry-go-round. そんなんじゃダメ、もうそんなんじゃほら、心は進化するよ、もっともっと。How many shrimps do you have to eat before you make your skin turn pink? Eat too much and you'll get sick. Shrimps are pretty rich. When worlds collide, you'll laugh so hard, you'll swear you died. When worlds collide, hold my hand, I'll be your guide. When worlds collide. Buckle up for the sweetest ride and prepare to have your mind blown wide when worlds collide. When because I'm counting no A's. Nah, I couldn't be there. Nah, you shouldn't be scared. I'm good at repairs and I'm understand. Shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment. Would you capture it or just let it slip? So
glorify it. You know, let them see that you're work. This song has been my mortal enemy for about 4 years now.
Shrimps do you have to eat before you make Well,
I'll bug
good
you more.
evening, everybody. Welcome to your Hump Day hookup with Waifu and Red. And I hope everybody's doing good tonight. Having a good time. It's been some pretty nice weather up here in the Pacific Northwest. It hasn't been too damp in your basement, has it, Waifu?
Well, I get to come out every so once in a while, and you had to let me out today because I need to get my teeth checked up. You'll be happy to know that my teeth are all functional and fine.
You don't have a sore jaw or anything, do you?
No, 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 no. Although I think you may have, when you were slapping me around, you may have knocked out one of my fillings, so now I got to get that fixed.
Well, I promise I'll be nicer next time. I'll put the filling back in for you so you don't have to leave the house. So, oh, that's right. So the new memes are up on the screen. I don't know if you can see. But Merc learned how to gift today. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, I'm hearing myself from the computer. I got to close this. Yeah, my mother-in-law still hasn't returned my headset. So,
Well, while you're fixing shit up, I'll say hi to some people. Big hello to Mercolium, who may or may not sneak into the stream. It's always a possibility. You have to never close your mind to that possibility. Mercolium can be on this stream 24/7, any given time. Cause to Sock, hey, good to see you. Death Harukin, one of my favorite names to say. We got a new face. We got Sarah Hatcherby Sanders. Welcome, welcome. Ryan himself, playing Ryan himself. Irate Prostate, I saw you up there. Dan S, welcome, welcome. Who else? Dung Beetle. Have fun rolling shit.
Yeah, that's a new one to me.
I don't know. I saw Jack T. Ripper. Found you up there. Jack T. Ripper, always welcome. Though we don't get him for very long. There was a wild fox somewhere. There he is. And I think that's everyone on the list. Oh, Dan S. If I didn't say hello to you, Dan S. Hey, welcome to the stream. We got some good shit for you today. Got all kinds of stuff. A lot of planes this week. A lot of fucking planes.
Yeah, a lot of planes. It's not just streams crashing and burning. It's planes crashing and burning their reputation.
Planes, all kinds of ridiculous crime. I mean, that's usually what entertains me the most is people getting on some illicit drug and then fucking up. So that means we've got we've been blessed with another set of Florida man stories.
Yes. Oh, yes. Florida man. It wouldn't be complete. And then we can't play patriarchy here. There's also the Florida women. Just because it looks like a man doesn't mean it's always the Florida man.
Well, we don't hear about Florida women as much, but when they make the news, I think they beat the men out for sheer crazy. Like the text lady a couple of weeks back, like she was amazing.
Oh God, Wild Fox. It says, you know what's interesting? I just crushed 2 spiders on my bed. And that's a whole lot of nope.
Well, where you live must be friggin' hot.
Well, no, over here, even in like the wet, cold Washington, we get all kinds of spiders. We get wolf spiders, we get fiddlebacks, we get just all kinds of different spiders here. But I'm betting
Red, did you just put like we got a big problem here. Did you put like a pulsating ET asshole in your fucking reel?
That was actually, I found those. There's a whole collection of goddess gifts. And that is a goddess statue, and somebody animated it, and I had to share it. Oh, my volume needs to go up. I'm doing it wrong. All right, where is my audio? There's my audio. Well, my audio is maxed all the way up, so I guess I just got to open my mouth and be louder. That was the first time I've been told that. So, but yeah, no. Poor Wild Fox and the spiders. Oh my God. And then the goddess statues. I think I'll share that some night with everybody as the goddess gifts I found. Let's see. I haven't seen the waifu meme in the reel yet.
Oh God.
Yeah, well, Merc couldn't gift your head in there. So,
Well, I mean, I play so many characters. There's my avatar. There's the one like I got from Paleo Pantera that you see in the corner there.
yep.
I'm sorry, Paleo Panthera.
There we go. You can't even say your own name right.
Well, it's not my fucking name. It's the artist, and that's the artist that did. You'll notice just by the style, that's the guy that did Outlaw Bear Dog's avatar and Betty Hana's avatar that he uses all the time.
Oh yeah.
Betty Hana, a good friend of the stream, and always a welcome guest when he pops around.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting to. Oh, it's the kitten. The kitten is now playing with my door. Oh. But yeah, no, okay, well, shoot, I am not seeing the waifu gif, so I'm going to have to open that up and show folks the waifu gif. And let's see.
The second Merc learned how to make gifs was the death of this stream.
Yeah, he made a Tonka and failure gif.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. That one's in the reel.
Yeah, I saw that. Let's see.
And I'm glad you kept the Lion King one. That one is a personal favorite.
I love that. But let's see. Okay, I'm going to do the screen share thing. All right. Oh, my brain is melting.
Though we have to adjust my avatar because I'm covering up memes, and that's not okay.
I know. I will fix this. I'm going to learn how to OBS. I'm learning about, basically using GIMP to create a set and put the tickers where they need to be, for like the Streamlabs and the subscribes and the chat up on the screen. So that way I don't have to keep the dashboard open necessarily. I can hide it down in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So I need to hide. Nope, not that. I need to hide.
Still talking about spiders in chat. That's a big nope.jpg.
There we go. There's the meme. We'll take it a moment. That's why Merc was saying certain things to you earlier tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like a 60-second delay, I think it is. Something insane like that just to make sure we get good stream health. Let's see. Come on, stream. Catch up. There it is. Now it's on there. Because I told her, I was like, because we were trying to create like relevant gifts to the show. And I was just like, well, if we can find one that has to do with me, with soup or waifu not getting his ramen with water anymore.
Okay. Now I get the...
No soup for you.
There's my boy Dung Beetle. Well, Dung Beetle, for booze, I actually have a nice assortment tonight. I've got my signature cider. Today I picked a raspberry cider. I was feeling raspberries. It's summer, pick something fresh. But I also had leftovers from a house party I went to, and I also have a mudslide, which I'm going to crack open right now. So, people, this is the time. You got your drinks. You got your fucking weed. You got your cigs. I don't care what poison you got. Smoke them, drink them if you got them.
Do it. Just do all the things. Death Haruki wants to know why I'm denying waifu soup. Well, see, if he behaves himself, because I keep him in my basement, so that way I always know where the waifu is. And he's allowed certain sustenance. And right now he's been upgraded because of Streamlabs. We've upgraded him to water with his ramen packets. So
I also have a torn foam mat or foam bedding instead of just a bed of hay now.
Yep, we have upgraded him to a yoga mat. That little foam. Oh, poor Dung Beetle. What alcohol is poisonous sadly? Sadly. I like this.
Saladly.
I like the meme.
Saladly.
Saladly. Word salad. I'm trying to use word salad. But yeah, good. My life will never be the same because Merc, after he did that little gif of him basically trying to get me off of him, and he put that on Twitter. I was like, my life is never going to be the same. The title of that gif is "No Red, No." So poor Merc.
I have a few. I made a few Disney memes a couple. Oh, there it is on the reel.
Yep. Oh my god. So let's.
So how about we good? We think we should.
Let's talk about planes since we don't have any trains or automobiles.
All right. Got a few. It's been a bad week for planes. I'm gonna pick something goofy because that's what I specialize in. I can't take myself too seriously. If I do, I cease to be. There you are.
Oh, we've got a new member to the Ginger Box. Careful, once you go in the Ginger Box, you may never leave the same. What do you mean, may? Never gonna be the same. The Ginger Box is a dangerous place.
Oh, that's Prinny. Prinny is, he'll be okay.
And we do have a couple of new people in the server. One of them that joined the other day is the botanist person that I spoke to about like the health benefits of different things for when I was on the pain stream. So they could actually explain what different drugs and herbs can actually do for you instead of everybody doing the drugs they need. Where'd it go? There it is. Turn that off. Why is that not moving? That's why. Because I'm retarded today. I don't know what. Why isn't my display capture moving?
Good night to you, Wild Fox. Glad your bed is spider free and sleep well.
Well, let's see. Oh, it's just the weird layout of the page. Holy crap! Costasock. I have to fix where that Streamlabs thing is. Costasock donated $50. Just donated 50
what?
bucks. Yeah. And he just donated $50. Wow. All right, let's see. What's the message? Because I had Waifu's face in front of it. Here we go. Oh, that's almost stupid stuff. Oh, there it is. For a mouth guard and some decent whiskey. Hashtag fright power. You now get a mouth guard.
Yep, there it is. Well, I mean...
Wow.
I mean, when you're knocking me around, sometimes we like it rough.
Well, see, now I don't have to be nice because you're getting a mouth guard.
Make sure to, wear some, like some of those fucking 4-pound gloves that they do in MMA so that you don't leave too many bruises. People won't ask questions.
There we go. Holy moly. Yeah, my whole screen was a hot mess there for a minute. And memes on top of the display.
Costasock, real talk. That's some really nice shit, man. I'm gonna take a big drink for you, man, and
well, let's get a big fright power in the chat. Come on. That deserves
let's throw some whales up. Let's throw some whales in. Put
your whale in the air. Let's see if I can learn how to type. So.
And maybe if this works. Okay, they don't have a sock emote. But if they did, I was going to post socks.
Right. Yeah, Death Harukin, is this the real life or is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality? I'm not going to look in the sky. Don't want to see. Telephone book for less bruising. Maybe I'll get a bag of Valencia oranges so that way he can have some juice to recuperate his strength afterwards.
Put a little citrus in my wounds.
Yeah.
I think Costasock just donated $50 so that you beat the shit out of me some more.
Yep, Costasock will see Red and Merc in September. Costasock and crew are taking a trip on the West Coast over here. And
oh wow!
It's gonna be, it's God, I don't even know what they're calling it, but it's basically gonna be a Fright Power road trip. Oh, Wild Fox is going to listen to us. Oh, he got out of bed just to give us some praise to the whale, and they're gonna listen for a while they write. Oh, that's right. YMI is up here too. I keep forgetting how many people are actually over here. Death Haruk, it says sack of potatoes, no bruising at all. But he needs a little bruising so he knows he's loved.
It's so that when I tell people, when people see my bruises, I tell them she actually loves me and that I fell and that I deserved it. Just puts quarters in a sock and beat waifu. Sarah, you have not been here long enough to nearly give me that much sass.
That's not the kind of change he was looking for.
I'm glad I have a lot of booze tonight.
Oh my god. Well, speaking of booze...
You know, let's talk about someone else fucking up and not me.
So shall you read to us so that way Wild Fox has something to write to?
All right, let's go for it. This one will be for you, Wild Fox. Richard Ho, or Hogg, or Ho, whatever you want to do the GH as. Hogg, I'm going to go with Hogg. Released from Florida jail after pantsless airport joyride.
Best kind of ride.
A Calgary man who was arrested after taking a pantsless joyride across Orlando, Florida tarmac on a luggage towing vehicle had a bit of advice as he left jail earlier this week. Don't do crystal meth, said Richard Hogg. Said Richard Hogg. United Airlines employees removed Hogg from a Chicago-bound flight at Orlando International Airport last Friday after staff said he sat in an unassigned first-class seat and then insisted he was a pilot and wanted to sit in the cockpit. He was removed from the plane, but escaped and found his way to the tarmac through a service elevator. And then you see the man's picture, and he looks kind of like Louis C.K.'s unsuccessful younger brother. He then removed his pants and told the driver of a nearby baggage vehicle he had to catch a flight. He commandeered the vehicle and drove it onto a taxiway. He made it about 600 meters before he was tackled by an airport firefighter. Orlando police arrested Hogg for trespassing and grand theft. On Monday, Hogg was released from jail after posting bond, according to some news station that I don't give a fuck about.
I'm gonna say it's WFTV. What the fuck TV? It's gotta be it. It's gotta be the
What
station.
fuck the TV? What fuck the vision?
Right?
His bond was reduced to $2,600 US from $5,100. Is there anything you want to say about this incident? Asked a reporter outside Orange County Jail. Don't do crystal meth. Don't ruin your life, kids. Hogg replied.
That face. I wonder if that's it. The picture of the guy in the glasses. The Clark Bent. Down there.
Oh,
no, that's also on post. Oh, no, it was a ginger. Why?
Well,
the top of his
your
head
people
like
finally get some representation on this fucking show.
Oh my god. Opie, why? Oh, poor Opie. Sarah Hushby Sanders wants to hear you say cock again.
Cock.
Oh my.
There you go. Right into the mic. Also, hello to Malevolent Rider. Hello to Tim Gersh.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the stream.
Danez, he said, I put my pants. Danez, can you tell me why Ron Howard chose this career now in California? Why? Yeah, Ginger snapped. Yeah.
And that's a reference to a really fucking old movie. Well done.
Oh, man.
So where do we start with this sad-looking motherfucker? I mean, I admire his persistence. He was kicked off the fucking flight, high as a kite on meth, and decided, if I can't get on this flight, I will find another way. All while pantsless. I can't even make it up the stairs pantsless before Red drags me back in.
Right? Somebody's gonna notice. Well, see, See, you're wanted though. He was only wanted after he did this. So there's a difference. Maybe that's
To be absolute,
it is
to be absolutely fair, sometimes it's not always red. Sometimes it's Merc in a red wig.
God damn it! I gotta tell Mark the ruse didn't work. He didn't fall for my ginger ganger.
His penis is a little smaller than yours.
Damn it. Oh my god. Oh, when Merc comes back in, he'll be, wait, what?
I'm gonna have to run away from him.
You can't run from what you can't see. Damn ninjas. Did you see the tweet the Orlando Police Department put out, though? Is the man who caused the disturbance at the airport this morning is Richard Hogue, 29 of Calgary, Canada, arrested the number 4 trespass. They trying to be hip. No. Please, no. You're not allowed to.
Grand theft. I mean, what constitutes grand theft? Like, I mean, was he joyriding or was he stealing it? I mean, you can't really. I thought the two
Well, he's
like
not
kind
black,
of denoted.
so he wasn't stealing it.
No, like I don't know. I thought it was doing something, just taking it so that he could fucking get to a plane.
True. Oh my god! Come on.
I like the way Harukin spells Merc's name now.
Merc has a soul too. It's like Murky and Lurky from Rainbow Bright.
Well,
something I inherently lack. I have plenty. Although I am running a little low. I don't know, waifu, your soul's not completely guaranteed anymore.
I thought it was kind of like a soul well. Like, I think that's like, isn't that what like sex and marriage is for a ginger? You just suck the same soul dry for all eternity.
Yep, slowly and painfully, just a little bit at a time. It's a drawn out procedure. Oh, Shadowcat, welcome Shadowcat. Value determines grand or not. They can't change it with driving while bald. DWB. That's what I'm guessing DWB is.
Driving while bald, excellent.
Or driving while black, that's probably what it was, because by the time they've heard the comment, it was me saying that he wasn't black, so he didn't steal it. Oh my god, but just, I mean, maybe he was just desperate to get out of Florida, too.
Well, I mean, guy was fucked on meth. What I'm impressed with is how a guy fucked on meth managed to get to these areas that, like, you're not supposed to. Managed to, hijack one of those little fucking baggage carts and get 600 meters before getting fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, they claim it's all for, airport security and to keep our people safe, but apparently they need to just get in outside the plane, not inside.
You know what I just realized? Something else, too, in this article? This pantsless man was tackled by an airport firefighter. Is it because he was a ginger that it was a firefighter and not a cop? I mean, the firefighter tackled him.
They are the first responders.
Oh my god. Just airport firefighter. There's so many Florida things about this story.
And we got plenty of Florida today. That's kind of like the theme of the week is Florida and airplanes.
Florida airplanes and weird health facts. Oh, should I share with them the lowest of the low of our society helping those in need?
Yes. Sometimes it's not always about those at the top helping those at the bottom. Sometimes those at the bottom need to help those at the top.
Yes. Let's see here.
Shadowcat, the real story is grand or not. Those value scales were set when something could buy you a home and it doesn't Doesn't buy a good computer, yet no adjustments for inflation has been made. That's a good point, Shadowcat.
Very good point. What's with all these facts? All right, so we got it up here. So, all right, so we've got Health Buzz. What's the deal with cockroach milk? Here is what you need to know about the latest supposed superfood fad. You know, a few weeks back, we told you about girls crushing up wasp nests and putting it in to make things tighter. Tonight, we're going to tell you how cockroach milk can save lives. Would you like a glass of insects with your dinner? Everywhere you look, there's a new superfood. Kale, collagen-rich bone broth, cockroach milk. Wait, what was the last one? Yes, you might have read about cockroach milk, but what exactly is it? And should you be paying attention to every superfood trend that crawls across your newsfeed? Amazingly, in the article, they had to tell you the short answer is no. But if you do, it's important to listen to the cautions from experts. And this is from U.S. News. It all started back in 2016 when scientists published research about the cockroach equivalent of human breast milk. Men's Health reported on cockroaches being the equivalent to breast milk. Just throwing that out there. Since the female Pacific beetle gives birth and provides milk for her children, researchers dissected baby cockroaches. They found nutrient-filled crystallized milk particles inside. The protein crystals are like a complete food. They have proteins, lipids, and sugars. If you look into the protein sequences, they have all the essential amino acids. According to Sinchari Banerjee. That reminds me of something from Lex, but never mind, I think that was Bronin G. A main author of the paper published in the Journal of the International Union of Crystallography. Okay, that can't be a thing. The catch, it would take a lot of insects to make a glass of milk. Just think about how big a cow is compared to a cockroach. And cockroaches die when fluid is extracted. Men's Health notes cockroach milk isn't yet available for sale, but numerous articles have been referencing South African-based Gourmet Grub and its product, Ento Milk. Oh, that's probably that blue milk. In conjunction with cockroach milk, though the company notes the two are not the same. Ento milk is made of insects and meant as milk, or as a milk alternative that can be consumed in the same way as traditional milk. Unlike the protein crystals found in cockroach milk, Jean Lowrens, one of the co-founders and head of operations at Gourmet Grub, explained in an email. Lowrens says cockroach milk can currently only be extracted manually in very small quantities in a lab environment, making it less likely to be scalable in the near future. This is going to go for a few minutes, but I just want to pause right there. Just to let you know, the next slide says the company used Ento milk to make lactose-free ice cream using black soldier fly larvae. And Lauren says it can't be emphasized enough, the product does not contain cockroaches and should not be equated to any kind of insect secretion. I want to know who's going to milk the cockroaches.
Tim Gersh, and would the vegans be cool with roach meat?
Right? Oh, let's see, what do we got over here? Okay, let's see. Yeah, shit rolls uphill, just asked the Doug Beetle. I think that was from earlier about the facts. Sarah with Cucaracha, fuck no. Oh, Sarah Hatchby Sanders, just playing World of Warcraft. Oh, that's Tim Gersh. And, Costasock had Cajun-flavored crickets. They were pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I've eaten bugs before. Like, the dried crickets and, scorpion suckers and things like that. Merc has actually eaten a cockroach, and it was to get us in the head of a line of a very horrible haunted house. That was within the first few months of us dating, too, so.
And you kiss him every fucking day.
Yep. And Tim Gersh wants to know who the hell is going to get a roach and take out the milk. It costs his head.
Dan Ulch, Asians. They have small enough fingers.
Crushed bugs over cereal. And see, yeah, I've done these other crazy things about chocolate covered ants and chocolate covered Rice Krispies. There are unique things like that if done right, but it's just this whole thing about milking cockroaches. You know, a food source is a food source. You know, welcome, Stan Ulch. Asians, that is Stan Ulch. I didn't say hello earlier, my bad. The only things that should eat cockroach are the fish I'm having as dinner. Oh yeah, the Kopi Luwak coffee, the ones that the animals eat the beans and they shit it out and then people wash it off and grind it up. You know, that $2,000 a cup of coffee. That's insane. It just, wow. Just, wow. Let's see.
Look, I'm a highly evolved creature. Shut up, I am. And I've evolved to consume certain things. I don't have to eat bugs anymore. Maybe when we were all cavemen and it was really difficult to hunt mammoth. Yeah, bugs were a good idea every now and then because for the most part, bugs try to scurry away. They won't kill you.
Or maybe they're in Africa where they can't grow anything anymore or eat anything else.
Yeah, that's fair. But even they figured out which ones you can eat. But now, we farm cattle, chickens, cows, pigs. Cattle and cows are the same fucking thing. Fuck me. I don't need to be eating fucking cockroaches, let alone their milk, which this article has just admitted. Look at this great substitute. Hey, also, it's incredibly difficult to do, probably not sustainable, and we've already just fucked ourselves for the sake of this article.
Let's throw money and testing resources and have a men's health magazine run this. Just all the different things wrong with this. They could have been actually doing productive things. It shouldn't take a rocket scientist or even Bill Nye to tell you that to get anything from cockroaches, you're gonna need a lot of them. And you don't really want to increase the population of cockroaches. That's really not a thing you want to do.
Tim Gersh brings up, well, bugs pound for pound have more protein. Sometimes it's not about the amount of protein, but what you're getting protein from. If I told you that blowing me would give you your necessary protein and then some, I mean, you could blow me every day, but I don't think you want to blow me.
On that note, Stan Ulch says cock milk. I can see the ads now. That was perfect timing, waifu.
I mean, Stan's got my back.
It sounds like he's got your front, too.
I don't know how Stan plays, but I'm going to assume default until he says otherwise.
Oh my god. But every time I read this word entomilk, all I can think of is ent milk, and just making it out of giant trees.
Or milking the giant trees.
Yeah. Could you imagine someone milking an ent? Just.
Well, the worst part is
females. So.
I mean, the worst part is, have you ever seen a female ent?
Yeah, they not in the movies, but they did exist in the Tolkienverse. There was actually 3 different groups. There were, I can't remember what they were called, but there were the ent women. There was the entlings that were the small ents, and then there was the male tree herders. And then the ents would either grow old and turn into the trees that were more destructive and hurt people. I don't know enough anymore. I can't remember enough about it to really go into it. But yeah, there were female ents, but they were not attractive. None of the pictures. Yeah.
Rex, welcome.
And, oh, hell yeah, cause you know I'm down for cock milk. Yep. You gotta milk it like you need it.
And again, dung beetle, the fucking resident insect, probably trying to protect himself, brings up great points. Like almond milk, soy milk. Like there are other milks you can have that are not from insects that'll cost you an arm and a fucking leg. Not to mention the fucking disease that fucking cockroaches carry. Plus, I've seen the fly. What you're gonna get is you're gonna get half people, half cockroach people. It's gonna be disgusting. Our women are gonna be ruined by this. You want to fuck a giant cockroach, boys? Okay, no, let's figure this out the old-fashioned way. The way our forefathers used to do that. Press 1 in the chat if you'd fuck a giant cockroach. Go on, chat.
Ooh.
I'll wait for you to catch up.
Oh God. Oh, we're good.
No, we'll see who the freak is here.
The entire chat is the freak here. You know this. You've experienced our chat, waifu.
I have experienced our chat, but I don't think they'd be fuck a giant cockroach.
Well, I don't know. Even Liz Reptile got laid. I'm just saying. But not
As
by
far
anybody
as
in our chat.
I know. And so now we're playing the game. Different milks. Honey milk is maple syrup. Is mayo milk. Okay, dung beetle. That's different. You're a dung beetle. Tim Gersh, you're not okay. Malevolent Rider, I've always known you're not okay. No, Dung Beetle, I know you'd already fuck a giant cockroach. So we have 2 sick people, Shadowcat 2, that means you're okay. So we've got one species that would fuck, basically like a dung beetle fucking a cockroach. I imagine that's like fucking like a Malaysian chick or a Mexican. Like, he's just going for the exotic meat. So that makes sense for him. And then we have 2 sickos. And honestly, 2 sickos out of 13 ain't bad.
Yeah, that is not bad. And Malevolent Rider said, I would, seriously, for $100. Wow, okay. Wow.
For 100.
Everybody's got their price. Yeah, just
for
imagine
100.
Because you know giant cockroaches have those little spines on their legs for, like, gripping surfaces so they can walk upside down on the ceiling. And they're not exactly like hairs. Those things are spiky. And I know you guys have seen enough sci-fi movies to see what insect creatures look like and a giant version of an insect. I mean, for one, where would you put it? Well, God, Costa Sock's asking what we do. What would I do for $100? Oh my. $100 isn't much, so I don't know. I think I've done more for less on dates. Huh.
I mean, women essentially for $100, give or less, depending, you essentially put up with really annoying guys.
Yeah, dating is legalized prostitution. I mean, shit.
In short, but I think we've come to the consensus that this is a not a worthwhile venture.
Yeah.
In concept and in price.
Roger says $100 because he doesn't know how much damage it would do for you. Oh, it'd do. It would. Oh my God. Gosh, the cockroach legs like a chick that hasn't shaved her legs in a bit. Oh my God. I'm getting horrible visuals now because I've known some Puerto Rican women and others that, like, they can grow a mustache in, and then this little lesbian chick I knew, she decided she was going to get married to a guy to give it a shot, and she wouldn't shave her legs even for her wedding. And just seeing that, and she wore a short dress for her wedding. So, no, bad.
Death Harukin giving us the lore of hobbits for some reason.
Oh, because I was, earlier we were talking about the Ents.
A wild fox, some bitches will fuck you for a carton of cigarettes out here. Wow. I don't want to be where you are. I don't know how to say that any more appropriately.
Thrax says, why is the guy with the dragon avatar the sane one?
Oh. Who do you...
Chewbacca, bitches. I don't know. That's a gas.
I can't do that. Like, I can roll my R's, but I can't do the Chewbacca.
Right, we just gotta get some fluid in your throat.
Oh. Stay away, Merc. Stay right where you are.
Apparently these guys don't want to see the cockroach article anymore.
I mean, I don't blame them.
Okay, okay. Here's the.
I've milked it for all it's worth.
But
Dad joke for the day.
oh my god. Here. So I've got to get this to Tennessee Marine and see if he can do some recon for us. Because a Tennessee-based family physician says there's no indication that cockroach milk is safe for humans or that there are any benefits to consuming it. In lieu of any significant evidence, this is a fad. So we got to see if Tennessee can get us some evidence on this. Are they doing cockroach milk research down there? And if so, why? And let's see. At the end of the article, very end of the article, they say he also recommends other types of healthy or lifestyle changes to improve health, decreasing toxins, eating less processed foods, making healthier food choices, not smoking, and dealing with stress. For almost all of his patients, a super nutrient won't be the biggest bang for their buck in terms of overall health. So finally, at the very last few moments of the article, they talk about real health changes where you can actually, help yourself.
I mean, yeah. Like, these people are always looking for the next thing that's going to make them healthy, the next answer, and there is no easy answer. It's about hard work and restraint. Put down the fork, pick up the salad. If you need to eat a lot of vegetables. Go for some walks, and then work your way up to running, and then some more extreme exercises, and that's how you fucking do it. That's how it's been done for hundreds, thousands of years, and it's worked. So I know there are lots of goodies. We live in an amazing time, but there's your secret, people.
Secret to health. And so right now, while we figure out what we're going to do for our next article, what we're going to pull
And
out of our magic bag of snacks.
Drinking cockroach milk or injecting scorpion semen into your asshole isn't going to fucking fix you. So there you go. If you feel the need to do that, then a psychologist is what you need, not a superfood.
Yeah, so I'm just going to leave the picture of this lady just passing on the pile of donuts that is almost as tall as her hair.
I mean, I'll give her this. As tall as her hair is, looks good.
I got Koss with all the Fox jokes tonight earlier because Fox said that they're going to go let the dogs out. And Koss like, who let the dogs out? And I had to reply, Fox let the dogs out. And now Koss wants to know, what does a fox say?
No. Not even once.
I need a soundboard.
Should I pull something interesting here? So since we're on the subject of food, I got one that actually flared your interest.
Yes. He knows how to keep me happy.
Oh. Here we go.
I don't know why it keeps opening down there in the bottom screen. Close your cookie policy. There we go.
And don't worry, just because Red has got this health food stuff, I've got things that are, well, you heard her, guys. Like, I got things equally as fucking horrible. Give you boys some credit. Like, I got some. Got some tricks.
You got this one. Oh, here we go. All right, now it is up, and it's got this beautiful image. Because Fox answered, he says, a hell of a lot of things, they've said. And apparently there's sure someone out there has got a lot of shit, they've said, from chats here somewhere. Well, I'm sure too. So, shall we read? I'd play the little video there, but you know my luck.
No, just skip the video. Like, we are the video. We gotta be the ones doing the lip service here. Squid shock horror. Woman's tongue becomes pregnant after eating squid sperm in raw calamari. The woman from South Korea was left in severe pain when sperm was squirted into her tongue and as she ate seafood. Let's get into it. The woman from South Korea was left in severe pain after the squid injected sperm into the tissue of her mouth and she was rushed to hospital. Doctors took a look inside her mouth and made the stomach-churning discovery of 12 small, white, spindle-shaped, bug-like sperm bags embedded in her tongue and gums.
In the gums.
The foreign bodies were identified as squin spermatophores, which are sperm-containing capsules, and the bizarre case has been published in the Journal of Parasitology. History, people. They belong to a Japanese flying squid known as Totorodes pacificus. The journal reports she had not removed the internal organs of the squid and then compounded the problem by parboiling it for a few seconds before eating it.
So she
That
wanted it extra
means,
slimy.
well, like the Koreans have this thing about eating raw fucking animals. Like they eat live baby octopus by jamming chopsticks in their brain, wrapping them around the chopsticks, dunking them in some sort of green sauce, and eating them from there. I mean, I've seen Korean restaurants serve like they just have like, you want the crazy foods? That's fucking Korea. Like, fuck China with their dogs. Fuck Japan with whatever raw fish you think is crazy. We're so beyond that, but some people still are there. It's Korea. That means the spermatophores were alive and well. Researchers for the study wrote, as soon as she put a piece into her mouth, she felt like many bugs were biting her oral mucosa. She was experiencing severe sharp pain and spat out the entire portion without swallowing.
Oh,
So
my.
she spits, she doesn't swallow. Not my kind of date. Despite that, she could feel many small squirming white bug-like organisms penetrating her oral mucosa. They went on to say that they are not quite sure how the spermatophores managed to implant themselves into the woman's mouth. There are other horrors reported too. Pathology International reported a 21-year-old Japanese woman felt a stinging sensation after eating the sexual organs of a raw squid. And that's the story.
Oh my god, that's just... All I gotta say is this is what happens when Geek Thulu goes out dating. We got two as victims right here. But no. But seriously, this tentacle thing, the Asians are taking it too far. They're taking it too far. Just, you know, what's wrong with cooking your food? I understand in some instances you cook out the nutrients, but poor Thrax, he's gonna have nightmares now. And
Oh no, Thrax, they're just, I mean, I guess if you got pregnant, you probably lay eggs. I don't know. I don't know squid to dragon anatomy. I don't know how your child would look. Would it be like a squid body with like a little dragon head at the end where those fins are? Would it be a dragon face?
Well,
and then the rest of a long squid? I mean, you gotta really think about these things.
This was a flying squid. So. Yeah.
I think it's the name of that. I think that's just the name because of the little fins at the top of the head there.
But yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, and I have eaten squid. I have consumed squid. I actually go squid jigging out here at the Point Defiance off the docks there. And there's Asians that are there because the squid run twice a year out here in the spring and the fall. And they go out there with these little lanterns with these lines that have several jigs on them. And they look like they're reversed. They've got these like anywhere from like 8 to 10 little metal hooks turned upwards. And the reason the squid are mounted on there is it's during mating season. And they wrap their genitals basically around the hooks. And they get pulled out of the water by the junk. And then the Asians will either like pop them into a deep fryer there or just cut them up and start eating them. So I've actually had fresh deep fried calamari off the docks, but I have never eaten one raw. That's just some things you just don't do.
And I like that's the Ace of Skulls. Good to see you, man. And that's just something to remember is that, you know, there were a lot of contributing factors. It was mating season for the squid, number one. Number two, the organs were not removed. Number 3, she parboiled it like what that means is she just flash boiled the damn thing. Like it was still she basically heated up the sperm so that it would be active.
Right?
And then it injected it. And I mean, you could probably study squid mating if this story is so important to you that you have to know how the fuck this happened. And they probably sting each other, and the live tissue of her mouth kept it alive. Like, I mean, it was a perfect storm. Like, if any one of these things were out of the equation, she'd be fucking fine. Like, if she had cooked it properly, yeah, fine.
Well, this is the 63-year-old. Maybe she figured, well, they've been doing it for decades. And then the other one was a 21-year-old female. And I don't know about Korean culture, but I know in Japanese culture, they do a lot of, like, phallic worship for fertility and things like that. And, like, they will consume testicles of other animals raw and ride phallic shapes, different things to promote fertility. And I don't know, maybe they figured eating the squid's load, fresh might help with the 63-year-old having her next litter. I don't know.
Nah. For her, it was like at least in the story, it was clearly a I am eating raw squid thing, which cheers to you, man. Whatever. But I mean, in the 21-year-old's case, she did eat the sexual organs, so that might have a little more something to do with what you said. But all the fucking same, like, people, like, you wouldn't eat pink chicken. Don't eat raw squid, or don't eat their sex organs. Like, we have learned what the fuck is up now. But I mean, hey. Some scientist gets a fucking break. Some doctors get a break. They get to go down this rabbit hole and start thinking of the possibilities.
I don't know.
Also, some weirdo in chat here is inevitably going to turn this into some sort of fetish porn and make a lot of fucking money. So, hey, people, I've given you the tools. Get out there. Make your squid load in mouth, making women pregnant porn.
It's a whole new meaning to make mouths happy. I dare you eat this raw squid. Nope.
I'd eat raw squid, just not their fucking organs.
Well, see, I've had squid on like sushi made properly, but what they do is they take the cone part, the top of their head, and they fillet it open and they like sever it down, and just, there's a way they prepare it. But I'll be damned if I'm throwing a whole one in my mouth. This is not Fear Factor, and I'm not being offered $1 million prize. Ace of Skull says, stop telling them my business model. Oh, and Tim married his brother married a Japanese woman, and they went to Japan for the wedding. Oh, I bet you got some stories.
That must have been fun.
You turned someone's Shadowrun. You tuned into someone's Shadowrun campaign. She swallows and spits. Oh my god! Man. What's worse is there's actually little videos down here of people having cockroaches removed from their ears. So I was like, we can't avoid the cockroaches. They're everywhere now. They're everywhere. Oh, God. Regurgitation, lol, tastes better the second time around. Oh, Jesus. Nope. There are two things that get to me sound-wise. It's not so much kryptonite anymore because I've learned a little bit of control over it, but seeing someone or hearing someone make, like, irking noises like they're going to throw up, and cotton, the squeak of cotton. Merc taught my oldest how to, like, take a cotton ball out of the top of a medicine bottle and squeak it next to my ear and drive me absolutely insane. But just... Oh,
what a loving husband.
Yeah, oh, God, yeah, he torments me. That's okay, I know where he sleeps. And I know he hates the sound of nails being filed with an emery board.
Oh.
Yep.
I don't know. I think the nails is a lot easier to do than the cotton balls.
Yeah. Well, see, it's...
Actually, gotta hope to...
Well, see, they'll take the cotton off the Q-tips, too. Because I'm one of those that it's a weird thing. It's like, I'll, like, lightly lick the edge of the Q-tip so it doesn't squeak. And I think that started because my mom used to do that when we were a kid, because it's the same thing. She can't stand the squeak of cotton either. Just, Well, all right, Ryder, take it easy. He's going to go support a new person, the stream that he's following.
Peace.
I don't know. Chat, would you guys swallow a load of squid for $100? I know, we've been talking about this. What would you do for $100 thing?
Yep. Sorry. Better question. How much, if you have to swallow a squid load, and let's go out there and say your mouth isn't going to get pregnant, because if you're going to get fucking hurt, then no one's going to do it. But you have to swallow the squid's load. You have to swallow a Geek Thulu tentacle milk. How much are they paying you? You get to, like, what is the least amount of money you'll do that for? I mean, what about you, Red? I mean, you've probably had to deal with some other loads.
Do I get to feed the squid fruit first?
You have to deal with the squid's diet.
Oh man,
this is like a one night thing.
I don't know. I know everybody has a price. You know, if somebody offered you $1 million, would you do it? You know, I've gotten pretty good at just taking things to the back of the throat and letting it go down naturally. So, I don't know. I'd start my price at $1 million, and then we'd be able to negotiate from there.
For squid load?
Yep.
And this is assuming it doesn't get your, tongue pregnant, nothing.
Yeah, if it doesn't get my mouth pregnant, if it's just the nasty, it's just the nasty squid genitals, or even the whole squid itself, like the older chick did. I don't know. Because honestly, there's been some gross things in people's mouths. Dad says she's done it for free.
10 mil, 2 bill. Oh, I don't think you people are not gonna get this.
Oh, yeah, he was accused in the chat. I finally realized that
Uzi,
I had
cover your ears, sweetheart.
poor Uzi. Is this kid squid? No, the squid's not gonna call you the next day. It's done. Ace of Skulls is reasonable. $500K. I can pay off my debt, put a nice down payment on a car and a house.
See, again, they're assuming that you're going to get paid this much to do it. Like, the idea is kind of like, how low would you go, not how high would you go. So I can just be like, oh, infinity billion dollars. Give me all of the fucking money and I'd take that squid load. Like,
I figured I'd start at the $1 million and then be more realistic as we go down. I don't know. Because the more this is going on, the more less freak out it is, because you're not gonna have squid babies in your gums and have orthodontic work done.
Yeah. Now I could see these prices if squid babies are possible, but or a possibility rather. However, I just I can't see anyone paying you more than $1,000 for it, to be quite frank. And do I have to cuddle with the squid? No.
No calls, no cuddles, gone the moment after.
No, the squid doesn't look you in the eye, he doesn't call you back, and if you try to see him on the street, he pretends not to know you.
It's like the glory hole, but you know who was there. Life. But man, that's just... wow. All kinds of
Dan S. with the at least being creative with it. Give me a Zippo and $1,000 and I'd eat the thing.
Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can cleanse our palates here in a minute. But yeah, go ahead. I'm looking for something.
See, again, Ace of Skulls, you said $500K, man. Like, that's a lot of money. No one's going to pay you that much money. But that's okay. Like, you could just be simply like, no. I mean, for me, it's one of those things where, like, I just don't want to eat semen, regardless of the animal, human, squid, bull, anything. I just don't want it. So I'm in that camp too. It's like, you'd have to start paying those ridiculous numbers for that to happen, but no one's going to do that. So it just wouldn't happen.
Ace, he doesn't call me back. I'm not that big of a whore. He wants a phone call later.
Having sex with a squid that doesn't love you anymore.
Oh my god. These are the kind of highbrow antics and topics we cover here at the Hump Day Hookup.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm here for. Is I'm not here to bring you any I'm not here to bring you any drama. I'm not here to bring you any thought-provoking, enlightened skepticism. I'm just here to pick out articles of people being really fucking dumb,
Make you
and
feel
we
a
can
whole
all
lot
have a
better.
good fucking time.
Makes me feel a whole lot better about who I am. If you don't feel better after watching this show, there's something wrong with your life. Bad choice of words, Red. Oh, God. I have to go back to this to hear what I said. Yeah, actually, Rocky Mountain oysters are pretty good. Oh, God. So, all right, I'm going to pull it up, and you can start reading it. There we go.
All right. You good?
Yep, we up.
9 student doctors suspended after being caught partying with a dead body. I'm glad that because when we have an article like this, Red, they always open with something awful like it was a party to die for. Like I'm fucking glad that, someone's just doing the news and letting the weirdness be. Drinking on the job is bad, but drinking on the job with a dead body, well, that's so much worse. In the video above by Buzz60, we learn about 9 student doctors in Uruguay who have been suspended for celebrating their last shift before becoming doctors with a corpse. One of the students, who has been suspended indefinitely, is believed to have moved the body of a deceased man from a hallway into the party area, according to the Mirror, which is where I found the squid story. The body of the man was later found in a washroom by one of his relatives, Metro News reports.
Oh my God.
George Quion, health director at the hospital, expressed his disappointment in the students and their superiors, stating, "When there's a mistake in medicine, there's never a single person responsible." This was not a fucking mistake. The 2 superiors on staff at the time are also being suspended for allowing the situation to occur. With a 1-month suspension in effect for the 8 other students, these students will have to wait a full year before they are deemed full-fledged doctors.
Oh my God.
I mean, again, people, this is the shit I bring you.
They gotta wait a year to become doctors now. Weekend at Bernie's gone bad. I mean, is it any worse than what they do in autopsies or exploratory medicine? And at least he was the life of the party, even in death.
Red.
Sorry, I had to.
Hey, Malik. How's it going, man? Just again, that the director was right. No, it was a dead guy, Dan S. They say dead man. They make that assertion that yes, when there's a mistake in medicine, that's just what happens. I did get you irate before the stream started, but you seem to have ducked out. I'm glad you're back though.
Yeah.
You make a mistake in medicine, you did your best, and sometimes, God is just a vindictive old fuck. And even as we continue to spit in his face by extending our lives, he still reminds us that memento mori, it's time to die. But this is just holy shit. Just what says the Skull Scott? So party with a meat popsicle and you only get a year suspension. I'm moving to Uruguay.
Thrax says, well, at least no one fucked the body. Well, not reportedly. Nobody reported on that yet.
The worst part is
it was found in the washroom, in the bathroom.
By the relative. By the fucking relative. You didn't even put it back.
Couldn't even put it back where they found it. That is the first thing your parents teach you. I mean, if you're going to touch something of somebody else's, at least put it back. Have that courtesy. I mean, oh my God. I mean, this is just, honestly, this is bad. 9 interns And doctors have a sick sense of humor, man.
Evidently, right?
You know, and usually doctors end up jaded and they're like, fed up with humanity. It's all the same, blah, 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 blah. These people are starting out with the disregard of, the life or the lack thereof. Cosmos know if it was bent over the sink. Oh, no. See, it was either bent over the sink or kneeled down in a stall. Stiff inside stiff. Oof. But, oh my god.
I mean, like, that's
Wait,
like, this is one that really has me at a loss for words. At one point, it's like, you think about it, like, on the surface, it's like, oh, that's fucking funny, but you really think about it, it's like, no, that's someone's relative. I know if someone did that to one of my deceased relatives, well, then the next story we'd be reading is 9 doctors reported murdered after psycho internet retard splatters them. I mean, just...
The comment from Tim Gersh, well, it's better than blowing a squid.
Is it?
It's like, well, the squid, if you're blowing the squid, he leaves happy and fulfilled, and so do you. The dead guy, there's that whole argument of, did he care afterwards?
Hey, Red, either way, you're dealing with a stiff. Hey!
Hey-oh. Thrax, I should have been a doctor then. I've got a sick sense of humor. Oh my god, that's just, wow. What's really funny is the ad up here, because, they have a whole bunch of different little stories that pop up. The next story is the scientist who takes 100 drugs a day to stay, so he can live to 150.
I mean, like, that's that whole thing I said with, spitting in the face of God. I mean...
And people wonder why the medical system's so screwed up. They're starting screwed up in school, okay? They're starting this way.
And Uruguay must be really hard up for fucking doctors if they're just going to let these people be doctors after a period of time. I mean, I would have these... If you really want to make them suffer, have them go to, like, all kinds of, like, sensitivity courses, have them deal with have them be bedside manner doctors for a year. That's how you fuck with them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They'll learn some sympathy fucking there.
If they don't, then they don't belong in the medical field at all. So let's see. Which is weirder, blowing a dead squid or a live squid? Malachi, you missed that part earlier. We covered an article Waifu Hunter found here of a lady who swallowed a squid and her mouth got pregnant. So, yeah, there's that. So, Stan says he shoots with a retired coroner. He's quiet, but when he does talk, he's got a wicked sense of humor. Good shooter, too. Wonder if he ever took any of the bodies in there out for target practice. Who's going to question the coroner if it's natural causes, right? Sorry, I'm jaded. Speaking of jaded and confused, boy, do we have some more news for you.
It wouldn't be a week if I didn't provide you with Florida Man.
Yep.
But this is a wonderful show, and so we're providing 2 Florida Men for the price of 1.
We even put some bodies between it. Stretch it out.
So, Red, I'm giving you the first one, and I'm giving you the second one right after, so we can just lead into... You know what? I think this would be a neat little experiment. Why don't we do a Florida Man double whammy? We go into one article, and then we do the other right after.
Sounds good. I will cue it up. So I've got the Clearwater Man. Oh, Captain, my captain, basically. And then I will pull the other one up to have ready to go.
So do you want to take police? Clearwater Man caught masturbating tells officers he's Captain Kirk, or double down with the second one that I will not read until we're done the first.
Oh, let's see. Well, I'll let you start and I'll finish us off.
All right. Captain, oh Captain, as you said. Police say a man caught masturbating at a Clearwater bus stop told them he was Captain Kirk. Clearwater police were called to the bus stop on Gulf City. Nope. Sorry, no, that's on Gulf to Bay Boulevard around 11:20 a.m. No, sorry. This guy's way too hairy to be Ghastly or AP.
Well, Thrax thinks it's Guy Fieri that let himself go.
This guy is actually surprisingly looking healthier than Guy.
Oof.
Clearwater police were called to a bus stop on Gulf to Bay Boulevard around 11:20 a.m. Monday for a report of a lewd and lascivious act. Now, I actually had to look up what lascivious meant. It is having the feel, like the open feeling of overt malicious sexual feeling or expressing it. And it's typically a biblical reference. So yes, I do see some of these words, and I do crack open a dictionary now and then. It'll do you some good. Responding officers say that they found a man sitting on a bench touching himself under his shorts. In an arrest report, police noted it was obvious the man was masturbating. When officers asked what he was doing, the man told them, "I'm scratching myself." We've all been there, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, it's Captain Corrosive. Welcome, welcome.
Oh, welcome to the club, Captain. This isn't the captain we speak of. This isn't the captain you're looking for.
No, but this is another captain that you'll be hearing about soon. I mean, guys, but to get back to what I was saying, guys, we've all been there, jacking off in your room, parent walks in, they haven't fucking figured you out yet, and then we've all been, oh, just, scratching my nuts, bro, it's all good, bro.
I wasn't doing nothing.
In fact, I'm scratching myself right now.
I wasn't doing nothing. And Ace of Skulls says, "Shit, they found my dad." And Costasock says, "Yep, he released your siblings all over the bus bench."
After the man was arrested for disorderly conduct, police asked him to identify himself. The arrest report states the man told police his name was James Tiberius Kirk, the full name of the fictional character Captain Kirk from Star Trek. Police say they later discovered the man's real name is James Bundrick. The 56-year-old is now also facing charges for providing a false name or identity to law enforcement. So if you guys ever think of getting fucking smart with the police, there's why you shouldn't. They'll slap you with a nice big fine.
Oh, goodness. That's just, wow. And then, here we go. Here we go. Santa Fe College police arrested Cedric T. Price, 20, at his apartment, where they recovered 7 of 11 animals that were stolen from the college's teaching zoo within the last 2 weeks. Urkel, why? Why, Urkel, why?
Did I do that?
Yes, perfect. Well done. Oh. Cops found stolen zoo animals inside this Florida man's home, but more are still missing. Check his butt. A 20-year-old man was arrested on Tuesday after police say they have discovered at least 7 missing zoo animals inside of his Gainesville apartment. Santa Fe College police arrested Cedric T. Price. Got to get that T in there. Price at his apartment, where they recovered 7 of 11 stolen animals from the college's teaching zoo within the last 2 weeks. He is facing a charge of grand larceny, according to the 4 News Gainesville. College police and the Alachua, however they say that down there, County Sheriff's Office said that 3 Florida box turtles, 2 redfoot tortoises, and a partridge, a skunk and a squirrel monkey were found inside the apartment, the outlet reported. So, yeah. Urkel took the mammals. Yeah, clit strikes again. Oh my God. Just, come on, Florida. You got Captain Kirk and freaking Dr. Doolittle over here. It just wow. Just, them jug ears though. He looks like the Black Bart Simpson too.
You're really going in on this guy. And you look at his mugshot, and he doesn't look too bad. He actually looks like he's
a
clean,
criminal.
like a haircut decently, and whatever, I guess uniform he's wearing for this mugshot, just not overly offensive. A bit 80s, but not bad.
Right? I mean, he looks like just a regular guy. And then you got Captain Kirk. He looks like he would have stolen the animals. And
yes.
maybe the other guy.
Fucked them.
Yeah, he would have stolen the animals and fucked them. And Urkel over here might have, been a little drunk one night and, scratched himself. I mean, there's some role reversal here.
Does anyone chat? Okay. Who do you find the more ridiculous? Fucking Urkel hijacking animals. That's one. So hit one for Urkel hijacking animals, or James T. Kirk jacking it in the park for 2. I mean, if you read the article a little more, which we're not going to because I've already plucked the information from there. This guy, he got it from a college zoo. So, when I say shame on you, it's to the guy that's educated. He knows what the fuck he's doing, and 4 animals are still missing.
Yeah.
So what I'm assuming, and they don't tell you this in the article, but I assume he's selling them. Maybe to restaurants, maybe to weird pet owners.
Yeah,
things of
I
that
think more
nature.
like exotic pet owners, because those, those sound like something somebody would sell to a pet shop. He's turtling.
Maybe I'm the one that's jaded, that crazy old men masturbating or crazy old men getting naked and fighting in Chili's parking lots just don't faze me anymore.
Oh, and here's the heartfelt part where we need to play In the Arms of the Angels. That we are still hopeful that the 2 gopher tortoises and 2 box turtles who need medical attention are recovered. Anyone with information on the remaining animals is asked to call the SFPD because they want you to think they care.
Well, Corrosive, why did he steal them, though? We have no idea. But because 4 are still missing, I assume from the article is he's selling them because they're. You look at what he's selling. He's selling specific breeds of mostly turtles and tortoises, which I mean, those are pretty tricky animals to get your hands on. So I would assume they would be sold for exotic meals, pet owners, or to be.
That's an exotic pet somebody would pay good money for.
Yes.
The Florida box turtle, I don't know anything about them. But when you get really descriptive, red-footed tortoises and a skink, those aren't that expensive. But still, he could sell them to somebody locally that's retarded and get a few bucks for them. So,
Well, I mean, stolen goods, anything is a profit.
And 6 of the 7 animals were stolen over May 29th and May 30th. So basically, between 2 days, he took 7 animals.
Dan S. with the fucking money comment there. They were both trying to save lives.
Yes. You'll be selling them to Whitney, Wisconsin. Are you? Yes, Captain Corrosive, you should find people with exotic pets, steal them, and sell them. Oh, wait. I thought there was a whole YouTube community thing that we don't plan felonies on streams anymore.
No Warski plans, or until if he ever shows up here. I mean, I'm not gonna bitch about a Warski plan if he's coming in here with his massive audience. Hit me up, Andy.
Right? Come plan some felonies on our stream.
Yep. In fact, I will allow you precisely 3 felonies and any death camps you want to. The death camps you have to let him have, because, I mean, Adam, you can't change Adam. That's not fair.
Yeah, no.
3 unrelated felonies to your character. Everything else is fair game.
Oh my god. So, we're on the subject of animals, and the animals are not our future. You know who is our future? Do you know who our future is, waifu? Our children.
Oh, I think I fucking know.
And we get exhausted and burnt out, and we take care of ourselves. Now it's time to take care of Tammy Tantrum. Does your child need an energy healer? Does anybody's child need an energy healer? No, mine neither. But if you look at the image up here, you got Curly Top up here screaming at her mother. You know what that deserves? A slap. You slap that.
Well, given that
slap
children
it.
can choose their gender, that could be just a very gender fluid boy. I think you're very close-minded there, Red, and our children should be allowed to choose their genders because children obviously know way better than adults, and shame on you. But someone who doesn't deserve shame is I am Cancer. Bring the fire, my friend. No, watch that guy. He's going to be.
Does I Am Cancer need an energy healer? I've got an article here.
Oh, no.
This will help you.
Nah, he will bring the cancer.
The practice is used to address everything from behavioral issues, a slap, to tumors, therapy. But does it work? Evidence about the success of using energy healers for children is limited, but encouraging. There's that medical diagnosis of encouraging. The hospital staff was at a loss. A young patient with leukemia was writhing in pain and inconsolable. She hadn't slept in days. Then Dr. Joy... Oh, God, why is Joy always doing these things? Dr. Joy Whitehart, a pediatrician who was chief of integrative pain management at Children's Mercy, Kansas City in Missouri, at the time stepped in. The girl, who was about 13 years old, had maxed out on pain medications and refused integrative therapies like guided imagery and massage, even though she'd found relief from them before. She was beside herself. She was so uncomfortable. That's called pain. That's not uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is, I don't feel good. Oh, I sat on something sharp. That's uncomfortable. I love this medical doctor terminology.
Speaking of pain, you did a stream on pain last Sunday, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Maybe I should have included this in there. Saved everybody a hassle.
What did you specifically talk about? Just to pimp that stream out a bit.
Well, we discussed pain management, what's being done to pain victims. We discussed about Kratom and how it helps people, and what little we know about it. Because, like I tell everybody, I am no expert. I'm far from it. But we discussed. We had 2 ladies on. My mother-in-law, Liz, and then Laura. Both of them have been in pain off and on for years and have had to deal with it and try to find ways around it. And I can tell you this, they did not offer them any energy therapy. But
just for a very quick breakdown, what is Kratom and why would one take it? Why would not one just go get some pain pills instead of Kratom?
Well, Kratom is actually made from a leaf, dried and powdered over there in East Asia. It's been used for centuries. It's in the tea coffee family. There's different strains, the reds, the yellows, the greens, and the whites, and the different strains are used for different things. The greens and yellows can be used for mood, anxiety, and even some of them for helping pain a little bit. But reds are used to help get people off of opiates, not just prescription drugs, but heroin addicts and the like, help them detox and get down off of it. And the whites can be used for energy that's not going to overamp your system like energy drinks or stimulants will.
Energy. That's a good segue back, but I just wanted to pimp out that stream because every once in a while, Red and I will break from this. We'll get someone interesting on, and we'll structure our stream around them, or we'll just we'll do something just to mix up the format because that's how you get a really bad show. Is that you'll get something good going and then you'll just get stale. And so Red was tossing things up, even did it on a fucking Sunday. It was a good time. It was interesting. I tuned in for a little bit.
Ignore
And
the first 45 minutes of tech issues and tried to teach older folks how to
well,
use Hangouts.
I was lucky in that I missed the tech issues, like when you guys were talking about the subject in question and what Kratom was doing for all of you. That's where I got to tune in, but D&D is on Sundays, so I had to pop out.
Yep.
So if you got, so I will say that if you guys are interested, that VOD is on Red's channel. I mean, it's worth. If it sounds like something you're interested in, check it out. I'm not gonna, sit you down and force you to watch it, but definitely worth.
I will actually be doing a stream with a guy who works with a botanist, and he's basically the man he works with is got all his degrees up to short of being a professor and teaching it. And do you need to separate the white leaf and the rest so they don't run? I don't know about running Kratom unless that's a joke. But he will be sitting down with us and talking about how it works on the opioid receptors and different things. And we'll actually have a professional and an expert come on another stream sometime and basically give us the actual facts about it instead of all this hysteria that's going around about it. So, but you can get your energy.
And again with the fucking segues, hysteria. Let's get back to the bitching child.
The bitching child. So let's see. She was uncomfortable. So Weidert, now a clinical professor of integrative medicine and pediatrics at the University of Kansas Health Systems in Kansas City, Kansas. That's a lot of Kansas and K's. That's a KKK sentence. Pulled one more tool out of her toolkit. Energy healing. I want to know if she literally pulled it out of her pocket and if it glowed. While the practice can take many forms, in this case it involved gentle touch and guidance on breathing regulations. This is starting to sound hinky. Within 10 minutes, the patient began settling down, and within 20, she stopped wiggling and steadied her breathing. After no more than 30 minutes had passed, the girl was asleep for the first time in days. When she woke up the next morning, she said, "Do that to me again. Oh, God, kill me." She taught the technique to the girl's mother, who continued. She taught the technique to the girl's mother, who continued to use it at home each night. It empowered her to be able to help out. Oh, God damn it. I don't even have to say it, but you know we're oh, God, bad things. No, okay. What is energy healing? Energy healing can describe any therapy that aims to affect the energy field or those invisible forces around and in the body you may simply call your personal space, or the vibe you give off with compassion and positive intention, often in an effort to encourage the body's natural ability to heal. Diane Goldner, an energy healer in Santa Monica, California, likens it to fixing a problem on a computer document, not by clicking into the document itself, but by changing something broader within the computer. It's like opening a zip file and all the contents of the zip file open up. That makes no sense. It would be like fixing a document by waving your hand in front of the screen and hoping it feels better about its mistakes. I hate stupid people. Goldner was a skeptical journalist covering the topic before becoming so convinced of its power she changed careers.
An enlightened skeptic.
Kill me. In adults, research has shown energy healing can decrease pain, increase relaxation, improve dementia, make me forget this, symptoms in people with the condition, and alleviate emotional suffering. Dr. Anne Marie Chison, an integrative family medicine physician and the co-director of the University of Arizona Center for Integrative Medicine's Fellowship in Integrative Medicine. Jesus Christ, just say touching a kid without touching him. Oh, God, it keeps going on there. Should you see an energy healer? Basically, you might as well tell him to go see a medicine man. And I'm not knocking their religion or anything, but seriously, these professionals that spent over a decade in schools have decided to play shadow puppets with patients and make them feel better. It's like freaking going to Thailand and seeing that hands-on faith healer that reaches into your body. No matter where the actual sickness is, they always reach into your stomach and pull out chicken guts and make you believe it's the toxins. Just, oh. Okay. Oh, is cancer creating cancer? Can somebody energy heal them? Oh my. Oh. Oh goodness.
I just have no sympathy for these fucking these snake oil salesmen. Like, you're dealing with someone's health. If you want to sell them like a gay miracle product, like a fucking pan that flips itself, sure, I'm fine with that. But when you start talking about a child and their health, you fuck right off with that. Like that's a line I have. Just don't fuck with kids.
Yeah. It's...
And now they said this worked, so I'm willing. Like, now, the important thing to remember is when this article was started, right at the friggin' top. Let me find it. Sorry. Evidence about the success of using energy healers for children is limited but encouraging.
Yeah.
Limited but encouraging. You dense motherfucker. That's like saying, chopping off the left hand really makes, a person live a more fulfilling life. Now, the evidence of those people living more fulfilling lives is limited but encouraging. Like, what you're saying is that we have a few cases that worked and that were really good. Well, what about the majority, you dipshit?
Yeah, it just... the whole thing... Just... something to keep in mind, they also point out in the article, is that she hadn't slept in 3 days. And that she was uncomfortable. That she was maxed out on her pain medicine. Now, in some people, especially children, opiates and pain medications can cause an energized effect. Can make them amped up, revved up. It's kind of like in Benadryl in 2-year-olds. I learned the hard way when my daughter was allergic to her medicine. They told us to give her Benadryl. They didn't warn me until I called them at 10 o'clock at night and said, why won't my kids sleep? Oh, kids under a certain age, it has the opposite effect. So this kid hasn't slept for 3 days. She's uncomfortable, wriggling and writhing. It's probably exhaustion that's causing, she's got leukemia. And so she's got an actual problem. Chemo and all these other treatments they're putting through is causing discomfort, stress, and all these other different things. So I'm wondering, it's kind of like when you approach an animal or anything else, if you're amped up and revved up like, oh my God, why won't you sleep? Why won't you do this?
Mm-hmm.
They can tell and they don't respond well. But if you talk
children are incredibly empathetic.
Yeah, you talk
soothingly
or calmly, like with my children. If you're like, okay, look, just calm down. Like just yesterday, my youngest, the 6-year-old, ran to the gate to open it and skidded across the gravel there, tore open her pants, got her a nice little gash on her kneecap. And all I did was sit her calmly on the tree stump there, and I was like, hey, look, hey, just hugged her and just sat there and let her calm down. And it's not anything compared to leukemia, but still just a calm manner and just being like, okay, we're going to take care of this, da-da-da, and a soothing tone. That's a reason why mothers sing lullabies to their children, is to soothe them to sleep.
And I am cancer, actually, bringing a great point. Big pharma is snake oils, though. But when others do it, it's bad. No, it's both. It's bad when they both do it. What healing needs to be is about helping people get better, not about making money. When you make the system about making money and not about healing people, when it's about the drug, about buying the drugs and not about having the drugs assigned to someone, that's the problem. Medicine should not be profitable unless you are working there to help people. Like, that's the only way medicine should be popular or profitable. Sorry. So you make a great point. I am cancer. You're absolutely right. I'm just saying neither is right. And when you deal with these hokey energy fields, like, again, you're doing it around kids, and I think it just relates to what you said. They're doing kind of like this calming, I guess, therapy. And these really sick kids are in a terrible light, and they need someone to make them fucking smile.
Yeah.
And that, or chill out, or something.
Yeah, it's just, honestly, it's... The mom's probably worked up because having a kid with cancer, I can't even begin to imagine what that's like. And so she's probably overstressed, overworked, freaking out, and just, you know, she's in a rough state. And so she can't give that soothing, calming energy. Like, I hate using that term, but everything is energy. It never ceases to be. It just changes form anyway. But
Demeanor.
yes, just your attitude and your mood. And when you're stressed out, I've been in the hospital with my oldest when she had whooping cough for several days, and going to work back and forth. That was exhausting and stressful. So just giving the mom a break for a minute, or even letting the mom rest, might have helped the kid. So
I
Harukin.
have no fucking clue with these, like God, I watched something, I'll try to look it up because it was actually pretty interesting, but it talked about a similar group that used like new age medicine. It was Rush Nejpuram. It was by Down the Rabbit Hole, and it was talking about new age meditation and how people really got super involved into that. And that's what's always scary, is when people get involved in something like this and it starts to become profitable. And that's what I'm worried about, is that something like that, like you'll start to see energy clinics around.
Yeah. So it's just, because there are good things. There are worthwhile treatments to research. And if you want, I'll pull that article up. If you want to send it to me, I'll pop it up, the thing you found. But it's just this. At first, when I first saw this article, I'm like, this has got to be a joke. This has got to be a goof. And it's like, no, this is an actual thing. They're trying. And just, I mean, I'm glad them soothing the kid and calming him down worked. And the kid was able to sleep and get better. I wouldn't wish them to not, but claiming that it's something else entirely and trying to state it as fact, that it absolutely positively is the truth, just can't do that.
No, hold on. I am Cancer. For my long hour panic attacks, meditation helped. I didn't use SSRI drugs. Energy healing works. Fact. This, you're splitting hairs here. There's kind of different. There's a difference here. What you're talking about is almost a way of self-therapy. You're considering a way of calming yourself. You're not like rubbing crystals on your face and buying electromagnetic fields to help stimulate you. That's not what you're doing. What you're doing is you're calming yourself. And that's what I believed helped this girl, is that all this extra crap involved didn't help her. What I do believe in therapy and meditation and other ways of calming yourself, but there's like that shit's kind of based in fact, based on who you are. If you're like a really high-strung person, making yourself, like, being able to chill out every once in a while really fucking helps. But
yeah, it's
again,
all taking care of yourself, and so that way you can take care of others. I.e., that mom, she couldn't take care of herself. Who knows? She might have been a single mother. Where's Fuckwit when we need him?
No, this is like, fucking, let me, you want me to simulate Fuckwit? I'll do it. Fuck this motherfucker's fucking kid. This fucking kid could die of cancer for all I care. I don't need some little fucking shit. And then his mom would come up to me and be like, oh, please help my little Fuckwit. No, fuck you. I'm not going to help you, little slimy brat, get fucking AIDS cancer all over me fucking dick. I'll just go to me fucking massage parlor and get a fucking hand job from a nice Asian girl. Goes, oh, Mr. Fuckwit, you're very nice. Yeah, I get paid $10 for that fucking bitch, and she appreciates me more than some bitch I've spent millions of dollars healing a fucking child from cancer. There, did you get enough Fuckwit?
Yes. That was great.
For more Fuckwits, speaking of which, for more Fuckwit, go to the Discord link in the description. He's actually a pretty entertaining guy, and because he is single, he does a lot of interesting shit and goes and travels and does some stuff. Just, again, if you want to see him spurg, talk about single mothers. If you don't, talk about anything else.
Oh, God. I've got a meme for that. For I Am Cancer right there, the 3 phases of Jesus. White Jesus, black Jesus, and Asian Jesus. Oh, God.
I'm sorry, that one really took the piss out of me. So I think it's also starting to become the hour.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna get our moment of Zen in.
Yep. Well, we've got 2 moments of Zen we could have. There's that.
Well, I was gonna go for the one about the modern day superhero.
Modern day superhero. Okay, because the tater battle. That's not much of
Well, how about
anything.
we do that? How about we go into tater battle, and then we'll finish off with a hero, one we deserve.
There we go. So here we go. It's Tater Man. Police. Man assaults another man over potato chips. Police in Massachusetts say an argument over potato chips led to an assault at a shelter over the weekend. Framingham, Massachusetts, from the Associated Press, police in Massachusetts say an argument over potato chips led to an assault at a shelter. The Metro West Daily News reports 64-year-old Harold Dewar of Framingham was arrested Saturday morning and charged with assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. Dewar had a warrant for a previous assault when he was arrested. Police say the assault happened Friday at the South Middlesex Opportunity Council-owned shelter in Framingham. Investigators say Dewar screamed at a man who asked if he had opened his potato chips. Police say Dewar then threw a ceramic bowl that shattered against the wall and cut the victim's face. Dewar left the shelter but was arrested when he returned. Dewar's attorney argued the incident was a mutual fight. Dewar is being held on a $500 bail. A pretrial conference is scheduled for June 30th. So, it was a mutual fight of wall versus bowl and a tater chip bag. So just remember, at least you didn't have a bowl thrown at you because you touched someone else's taters.
The bond between man and tater is sacred.
Yes.
Which is to ask the chat. Cause to sock. I've seen people stabbed for less. So, I guess I have to ask chat. What would you do if someone touched your taters and you didn't want them to? Like, where is the line? Will you pull them back, or will you get into a fist fight? Will you go buy another $1 bag of chips? And more importantly, what is the best potato chip flavor?
Well,
So
touring the
first,
internet, it's got to be salt and vinegar.
I mean, isn't that a problem? Isn't that an abundance of salt? Wouldn't you want anything but?
Well, not my favorite. It seems to be the internet favorite. Everybody's just eating that shit up.
For me, best chips have to be the sour cream and onion sun chips.
Oh, those are actually pretty amazing. Since a kid, I've
Yep.
always loved anything barbecue chip flavored or sour cream and onion flavored.
We have a chip up here in Canada that you don't have in the States. Which is weird because you're like the food country. We hear about like your 95 sodas that we don't get. And then we're like, oh, well, they must love ketchup chips. And they go, what the fuck is ketchup chips?
Oh, I know what ketchup chips are. A Canadian chick brought them down because in my school, there was ketchup chips and pickle chips that she brought back.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried them, and I've never
You
been
don't
a
have
big
pickle
fan
chips
of
either?
No, we do now. We have like different people will flavor them, pickle
Okay.
flavored, but it's nowhere near like the Canadians. We even have at Trader Joe's a dill pickle flavored popcorn.
Now, Dan S., you said Cool Ranch. Is that because if you're talking about Doritos, that is the best Doritos flavor. I'll give you that.
Yep.
Thrax with the salt and vinegar. Now, you got to ask yourself the big questions, Thrax. Are you talking just like your typical like Old Dutch, or do you go like the really crunchy like Miss Vicky's kettle chips that are like, it's almost like biting into something pretty difficult, but at the same time, that crunch is really satisfying.
Dill pickle chips. Stan Elch is he's in big favor of dill pickle chips. Let's see.
Yep, Stan. I'm a Maple Leaf too. Maple Leaf Pride. High five.
Oh, I do have to share something with you too for you Canadians that don't have Twitter or follow me. It's. I didn't save it. Nope, that one is. No, that's Immigrants Gone Viking. Let's see. What are the anybody else posting more tater flavors?
Oh, Irate's favorite. Toe jam and thought cheese. Excellent.
Oh. Here we go. Right here. It's the most Canadian way to get rid of bear.
I need you guys to go. Okay?
We'll have to wait for it to
Easy to
catch
go.
up, but I imagine it'll be
There's
pretty
another
good.
bear and two cubs
Thank
in
you.
this Canadian's backyard.
I gotta go to work.
He's got to go to work, so he asked him to leave. I'm betting that this is Beardy doxing himself.
Hope you enjoyed my yard.
Oh,
Have a good day.
there you go, Uzi. Sour cream and onion and salt and vinegar.
Bye now.
That was the most Canadian way to get rid of bears.
Have you ever seen the the woman crying? Oh, also original Sun Chips, Uzi. Get in my camp. Have you seen the bear in the kayak?
No, I have not.
Okay, so this girl, she goes, Mr. Bear, you need to go away. Mr. Bear, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to mace you. And she puts up her giant can of bear mace and she sprays him, but she's really clumsy about it. She kind of comes at him from an angle so he can turn his head away. And then the fucker goes over to her kayak and starts breaking it slowly. And then you hear her crying like, Bear, get away from my kayak, Bear. And then you start to hear her cry, Bear, why are you doing this, Bear? Stop, Bear. Stop. Oh, why, Bear?
Oh my god, that would be great. Yes, I've heard of pickle ice cream. I've never had it. All right, when I was pregnant, people say people crave like pickles and peanut butter or chocolate ice cream, whatever. Now, my fat ass enjoyed Frosties, the original Frosties, and French fries. That is what I craved, but I was too far away from one, so I couldn't exactly walk there all the time, so I didn't beef up too much on them.
According to Merck, you couldn't walk very much.
Yeah, no. Oh my goodness! So
and I was clever enough to fucking hide before you would force Wendy's transport as part of my
Yes. You were the
part of my
first
job.
Wendy's Uber.
There we go.
Oh my god! Oh god, Costas had garlic ice cream. I've heard of that. Actually, something I like. That I thought was going to be absolutely disgusting. Now, mind you, I'm from the South, so we eat everything from the rooter to the tutor down there. But I thought this was going to be disgusting, and it was balsamic vinegar and very good French vanilla ice cream. And you take just a drizzle of it on a regular serving of French vanilla ice cream, and you take just a little drizzle over it, and it's just an amazing combination. Anybody get stoned enough, give it a shot. My daughter, my oldest, made the mistake if she took a tablespoon and just poured the tablespoon of this balsamic vinegar. It was an expensive bottle, too. And she just took a tablespoon of it and just poured it over her ice cream. It's like, oh, it tastes gross. Well, no shit. You used the wrong amount. So.
It's a drizzle.
You gotta drizzle it. All right. So, are we ready for our moment of zen before we?
I'm like our moment of zen. That's taken from the Daily Show. I used to watch the Daily Show a lot when Jon Stewart was on, because just straight talking Jew, good times. But you know what? I'm thinking of calling it our climax.
The climax.
Because I mean, what happens? You get the climax, and then you feel good right after, and then that's when the peace sets in. That's what I'm thinking. So this is the climax, people. This is our last story.
Captain Corrosive Bear was like, "Fuck your kayak, bitch." Oh.
Yeah, I recommend that video. It's a good time. Just look up bear kayak. You'll probably find it. I mean, again, I saw Thrax kind of going like, "Oh God, that girl's voice." He saw it.
Yeah.
And everyone, we like interaction. So press those relevant buttons, like, dislike. We at this point it really doesn't matter. So just so long as the button
Just
gets
to
pushed,
put a thumb somewhere. Just put it anywhere.
put a thumb. And you'll probably want to put a thumb inside yourself after looking at this man. Sherlock star Benedict Cumberbatch saves cyclist from muggers. Actor Benedict Cumberbatch, who plays Detective Sherlock Holmes in the television series Sherlock, foiled an attempted robbery by fighting off a gang of muggers in London. The attack occurred near his fictional character's home on Baker Street. Cumberbatch and his wife, Sophie Hunter, were riding in an Uber when the 41-year-old actor spotted the attempted mugging on Marylebone High Street and jumped out of the vehicle. 4 muggers were attacking a Deliveroo cyclist and attempted to steal the bicycle. According to witnesses, Cumberbatch screamed at the attackers and then dragged them off of the victim. Uber driver Manuel Diaz, 53, told The Sun, I was taking Benedict and his wife to a club, but I didn't know it was him at first. I went to turn into Marylebone High Street, and we saw 4 guys were pushing around a Deliveroo cyclist. My passenger jumped out, ran over, and then pulled the men away. They turned towards him, and things looked like they were getting worse, so I joined in. I stood there, instructing them in the street, shouting, leave him alone. Then it all got a bit surreal. Here was Sherlock Holmes fighting off 4 attackers just round the corner from Baker Street. Diaz continued. I had hold of one lad and Benedict another. He seemed to know exactly what he was doing. He was very brave. He did most of it, to be honest. They tried to hit him, but he defended himself and pushed them away. He wasn't injured. Then I think they also recognized it was Benedict and ran away. After the attackers left, Diaz said Cumberbatch asked how the cyclist was. When he said, I'm okay, Benedict just hugged him.
Aww.
The Metropolitan Police released a statement about an incident that took place in November. One of the males attempted to grab the victim's cycle. He was then punched in the face, struck on the head, and hit with his helmet. Nothing was reported stolen. The victim did not require hospital treatment. No arrests have been made. Cumberbatch played the lead role in the Sherlock television series since 2010 and has starred in films such as The Hobbit, Avengers, Infinity War, and The Imitation Game. The cyclist was lucky. Benedict's a superhero, Diaz said. Benedict was courageous, brave, and selfless. If he hadn't stepped in, the cyclist could have been seriously injured.
Oh, see, I don't want to think it's a publicity stunt. Because Tim, where'd it go? Stan Alt says publicity stunt. It does sound kind of weird, but then you consider Brits and the way they have violent crimes and how violent their violent crimes actually are, or the rumors of, since I'm not over there. But, I mean, yeah, there's memes about, polite robberies of, excuse me, sir, give me your money. But the guy wasn't hurt. But I don't think it was a publicity stunt.
I mean, if you wanted a publicity stunt, you would have fluffed it up. Like, when you read the piece, like, the guy saying, like, Benedict was very brave, like, he was brave to engage them, I think. Yeah, that's pretty ballsy. Could have got seriously hurt. But when you're, and I've been in that situation before where you just kind of step in to, help a guy because you see something fucky going on. In my situation, I was downtown and I was going to grab some money for some dinner. I was going to order in. And what ended up happening was I saw 2 older, like kind of middle-aged Asian guys kind of chasing down one guy, and he fell down. And they started trying to beat him and whip him with his coat. They were actually kind of pussies, really. But it was 2-on-1. And I said, hey, leave him alone. And they looked at me like deer in headlights. And when I pulled out my cell phone and said, I'm going to call the police, they said, whoa, whoa, whoa. And they left.
Yeah.
And I checked on the guy, made sure he was okay. And he, walked away and he was fine. When you're in that situation, and getting back to Cumberbatch's situation, you just do it.
Yeah.
because even though it's dangerous, it's the right thing. I mean, there's
Some people are born heroes, not just play one in movies.
yeah, and I mean, British people are just very straightforward. It's the way they kind of are. I mean, it wasn't anything extravagant. He didn't disarm a knife. He didn't take on 4 men at once. Like, he did it in a group. He had people backing him up, and if he wasn't, if the 3 versus 4 wasn't enough, I imagine that his wife was probably calling someone.
True.
So, I mean,
And then they recognized him as a celebrity, and
yeah.
you don't. It's like, oh shit, you hit them, then there's definitely gonna be media buzz. So, yeah, I think I think it was real. But I don't get paid for thinking.
I think the
Sock said
fuck
goodnight.
comes
His phone died, but he wants you to enjoy the new mouth guard, so that way there'll be less visits to the dentist.
Well, thank you very much, Costa Sock. Thank you for participating and hanging out. Always a pleasure, and get some rest, man. Captain Corrosive, I want a better hero with laser beam. Okay, let's get into Cumberbatch's superhero. He plays Doctor Strange. Beautifully, might I add, because I was not a fan of the Sherlock TV series. I just thought it was overrated.
Yeah.
I was like, oh great, we're gonna have like another cult of personality around this character because it happened with Robert Downey Jr. Holy shit, it's Brian!
I think he just uploaded something where he's getting ready to stream. I just got the alert. Let's see what he did. He's live.
Well,
actually, he's live right now, doing that tinfoil ball thing again.
What the fuck are you doing tinfoil balling at this hour?
Why are you tinfoil balling and coming over to our chat? Wait a minute, I saw his last video he did with tinfoil balling. It does get pretty boring. I mean, you can only roll your ball in your lap or on a surface for so long before you got to find something else to keep you busy.
Well, while he's here, Brian is actually getting ready to do some interesting stuff. He did an unboxing from Amazon, and it kind of gives you a hint to his next project. Also, he showed you how to make penicillin in a rice cooker, which was delicious. So I'm going to tell everyone to subscribe to Big Fat Brian.
I put his link in the chat here, because we're getting ready to wrap ourselves up here. I gotta go buy Waifu that mouth guard.
Whoa, we were doing this unprotected? Fuck.
Well, we gotta wrap this up so that way we can get you that proper mouth guard. You said your jaw wasn't sore, so.
Yet.
Hashtag
so,
goals, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, things we learned today. Things we learned. The persistence of man is a beautiful thing, especially when he is on meth and wants to go catch his plane. And especially when he is on meth trying to catch his plane, riding a little tarmac buggy. We learned that, maybe you might be lactose intolerant, but cockroach milk is not the way. We learned that Florida is a crazy, crazy, crazy place, especially if your name is Captain James T. Kirk jacking it in a park, or if you're just trying to, reenact Noah's Ark for your own personal apartment. We learned that the medical professionals are just as fucked up as we are and will party with anything, including a dead body. We learned about the importance of maybe calming yourself down, but not being a new age fuckwit and trying to sell people on energy treatment. We learned that maybe you're looking to get the little ones in your life and you want to have kids, maybe. But maybe you weren't expecting 12 squid to be making your mouth its new womb. And we also learned that, there's a lot of good reasons to fight. Maybe potato chips aren't one. And lastly, if you do create violent acts, whether they be potato chip or masturbation related, Benedict Cumberbatch will come and beat your ass.
I had to pop open the cute little video that everybody's been going over about with that kid in the yellow shirt. Because I knew you're going to get to that story about people with Cumberbatch with getting beat up. So I just figure that's perfect. Is Cumberbatch was the big guy, and those guys on the bike got thrown. They gone.
Honestly, I watched that video. That was satisfying to hear that kid's head crack off the pavement. That little fuck deserved it. I'm not all for like beating your child. I'm not all for abusing children. But that little shit. There are times in life where you have to learn that if you're going to attack someone, you're going to get your ass beat.
Mm-hmm. If you step out of line, someone's going to put you back in it.
Mm-hmm.
But wow.
Well,
I think this is a working segment of what have we learned today, right after our climax, because we learned so much here on the Hump Day hookup. We learn all sorts of stuff, what to do, what not to do, and who to listen to, who not to listen to. And the one thing we did learn today is that Costasock is fucking amazing. And he has the biggest wrench in the chat. So he donated $50 so that way Waifu could get a mouth guard, so that way he doesn't have to go to the dentist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to get a stream boss and put him up there so that way he's the one to get knocked down now. But yeah, it's been a great evening. It's been a lot of fun. It just flowed really nice today. No tech issues, really. There was a little bit of glitch at the beginning because of the sound file. We've got new layouts. We've got new memes. And Waifu is going to be the up-and-coming future victim of memeing for Mercolium. So he has that to look forward to.
Well, he's actually got to show up on the fucking stream for it to happen. So, I mean, I'll trade a few memes for him coming on.
So, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So, that's what we're supposed to have here, is fun. Feel better about the days, because Friday's coming soon. And there's always, the Friday night streams, Saturday night streams, and other kind of entertaining streams to get you through the weekend. We're just here to get you over that hump. And I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight, especially my co-host. I'm not the easiest to get in contact with, but he's always full. He's the Mr. Information to my misinformation. And actually coming up soon, I don't know if anybody caught it, but Merc doxed himself this morning on his stream at KAOS at Radio's Olympia's radio station on Evergreen State College's campuses. He actually had a stream. He got his stream privileges back this morning. So he live streamed half of his head in front of the radio station. And Devil's Advocates will be coming back now that he does have his stream privileges, as we anticipate more pre-recordings and getting Devil's Advocates actually on the air terrestrial. And then eventually we'll be coming up with some more mental health streams or health streams in general, just to keep the information or lack thereof going. And I'm actually going to go to bed because I am friggin' tired.
I'm going to get some food and fuck around a little more. So, yeah, we'll catch you idiots later.
All right. Everybody be good. And if you're not, at least don't get caught, please. And if you do get caught, don't tell them I sent you. All right? All right. So we'll catch everybody next Hump Day.
I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me, and I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. Taking that time, I'll be on my back. I walk
How many shrimps do you have to eat before you make your skin turn pink? Eat too much and you'll get sick. Shrimps are pretty rich.
When worlds collide, you'll laugh so hard you'll swear you died. When worlds collide, hold my hand, I'll be your guide. When worlds collide, buckle up for the sweetest ride and prepare to have your mind blown wide. When worlds collide, when